You know, when I started, before I joined the box, it was always URC. And then obviously your goals are quite different then.
Why did you choose to come to the Sharkies, meneer?
En net de stormen.
Or the Bullen? Or the Bulls?
Or the Bulls. That was the only offer that I got.
Really? I hope they fired the guys at the Bulls. What? Hey. Ruckers, welcome back to your #1 rugby podcast. We are proudly supported by SuperSportBet and we are all the way in the Durban box. Look next to me, it is beautiful. We are in the Shark Tank, guys. I am your short one, I'm your round one. I am your co-host, Rudy Page. Next to me, I've got my bodybuilding partner.
Josh in the house, JDJ in the building. What's popping, boy?
Partner, excellent.
Excellent, hey? It's black and white, look where we are, hey? Hollywood Bets, Kings Park.
It's phenomenal.
History in the House of Champions.
Ruckers, we got onto the plane from Cape Town. We made sure that we got one of the most exciting rugby players in our country currently, and we made effort just for you. This is the show where we go out of our way to make you guys happy.
Just we like to spoil them, eh? Incredible, eh? House of Champions. And look at his names. Makazole and Pimp. Shut up. Huh?
Shut up!
Shut up, man. Trevor Nyakan and the boys. Hey. It's the House of Champions, hey? Good to see, just to be here. The Challenge Cup champions, the Curry Cup champions, the champions. That's why I'm wearing my black and white. Fully behind the boys. Eh?
No, partner.
Are you good?
Partner, I'm good. Look, obviously, for me, this is a massive episode for us to have the caliber of player that we're going to have just now on the show, on our show. Makes me proud that players of that magnitude and stature, that they want to come on the show, share their stories, and I'm really, really proud of what we are achieving through that. And I'll keep it humble, crumble, ruggers, but sometimes it's just lekker to know that guys and our players and ex-teammates of younger players that we have currently on see the value in coming onto our show and sharing their experiences and their insights and their backgrounds with the ruckers in our audiences. It's class, man.
They're doing their thing, but as long as you guys doing your thing, it's like share and subscribe type of time.
And while we're talking about doing our thing, ruckers, as I mentioned earlier, we are supported by SuperSportBet and also one of our sponsors that just came on board. We are extremely excited and happy that they are on board. Ticket Pro, for all your ticket needs, go to their website, please. All protocol observed.
Here we go. And you want to know what's happening?
Hit me.
The lineup?
Hit me.
Okay, the lineup is coming in fast, okay? Because it's fast, faster, but fussy. Coming in fussy in the house. Guys, straight up with Aphelele Fassi in the house. Guys, and then after Aphelele Fassi, we got results and fixtures. Is URC time and rugby is heating up slowly but surely. At the end of the day.
The Bulls. One, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm just saying, we're still unbeaten. Come on, Bulle. How baby blow. How baby blow. How baby blow.
Okay. But it's black and white for now, eh? And must we get to the big man?
Partner, look, he's been the player of the Rugby Championship.
Yeah,
he's been in unbelievable form. He's scoring tries left, right, and center. He grabbed his second chance of playing for the Springboks. And he's just a phenomenal human being. And we are extremely excited and happy that he's on our show.
100%, huh? Fassi.
Fassi. Say it, yeah.
Fassi Airways.
Fassi.
Fassi.
Fassi Airways.
There we go. Guys, up next, Aphelele Fassi.
Ruckers settle in. We're about to take off in Fassi Airways. This is going to be something out of this world, and we're going to have to leave the tarmac to make sure you guys get the best conversation possible. Aphelele Fassi, welcome to your #1 rugby podcast, Boyki. How are you doing? Number one.
Nah, I'm good, Rudy. Juan, I'm good. Thanks for having me here today. I see you guys are here at the Shark Tank, my home, eh?
Yeah. So you're saying welcome home. Basically welcome home.
Yeah, welcome home, yeah.
And you said Fassi A.
Fassi A.
Huh? Yep. Fassi A and Jordan. Jordan, is it?
Jordan? Fassi.
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 Fassi, what's happening? You've got also called Onke. Is it Onke?
Yes,
what is the full name?
It's Aphelele Onke Okuhle Fassi, yeah, 3 names.
What does it mean? The meanings of the names?
Aphelele means fulfilled.
Okay.
Then Onke means like all of us in the household, and then Okuhle means beauty, basically, like beauty.
Okay.
So
And AKA, what the nickname?
weekend special.
Weekend
yeah.
special.
Yeah.
I'm your
Weekend
weekend special. And why weekend special, eh? Come on, let the Ruckers know.
You know, it came, I think, 2020 or 2021. Kawunda, the late Kawunda and Tunja.
Yes.
Yeah, named it for me. I think it's just based on, obviously, Brenda Fassi.
Yeah.
And then,
Yes.
secondly, I think it's, you know, weekend special. You only see me on weekends,
Okay.
never during the week. Yeah, so I think that's the reason, yeah.
Interesting. But see, how's the body feeling, man? We obviously want to know. Obviously, you got a break now as well,
Yeah.
and the season is starting as well. What is the plan like, and how's the body feeling?
Now the body's feeling good, eh? I think playing on tour, being on tour for 8 to 9 weeks, 10 weeks, having a break for 2 weeks, it does put the body back to speed, yeah, you know. But yeah, we're coming back to the Sharks next week. Train for 2 weeks, and yeah, hopefully I'm in the group chat to travel.
I'm always laughing. That'll be in the group chat for the end of the year. So I like it. But see, I was home quickly. Home.
Beautiful,
The
eh,
break,
Rudy?
lekker.
Yeah, beautiful. You know, we seeing my family. You know, I don't see them often, and luckily this year, being able to be part of the Springboks, and then I could bring them up to Joburg, Bloemfontein.
Nice.
Luckily, they couldn't come to. Unfortunately, they couldn't come to Bombela for the last one. But yeah, it was good to see my mom and dad, my sister, and my brother. Yeah.
And was there a small parade when you got home?
It's a small little one.
Here comes Aphelele.
I don't like that when I'm at home. I want to be treated as, you know, as one of them, like because that's where I grew up and everything. So, yeah, when I go to town, 1 or 2 photos, but yeah, I'll just try to stay at home and be with my family.
And it's not like holiday Mauritius and you cocktails and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's tough. It's tough. You still train. And also do your errands, you know, where your parents are sending you around. Yeah, so it's not holiday. Hopefully, I wish I did go to Mauritius and enjoy a few sunsets.
Like the boys.
It will come. But just looking back, Fassi, let's talk about the season. And I actually want to start there. What does the season look like now for them that's playing currently? Because the Springboks is in this year, but the URC is overlapping back actually 2 years. How do you plan, let's say, your goals?
Yeah.
Let's say you look at, yes, I want to look at this year past, but the year is cut in 2.
Yeah, basically.
How do you do your goals, and how do you feel sitting there about what you've achieved this year?
I'm proud, really. I won't lie. I think, you know, like to answer your question, I think, you know, when I started, before I joined the box, it was always URC. And then obviously your goals are quite different then. And then when I got the opportunity to join the box, you know, your goals change as well. And I always say it's a mindset thing. And then I think for me now, coming back into this 2 weeks, it's just being able to stay consistent in what I do, my prep, how I play, and just how I am, you know, when I'm not here and with the box. So I not try to change much into my game and myself.
And have you always been like that? Or is it something you had to learn?
Something new. Yeah,
Is it
it's something new. Yeah,
Okay.
really. I think most of the senior guys here helped me with that. You know, it wasn't... I think the best guy that helped me was Tera, Tembu. So I speak a lot with him and just to get advice and how to do things, how to plan. And yeah, it has helped me, you know, significantly. So yeah, I'm just happy. Yeah.
That's so important to take a break sometimes. Yeah, that 2 weeks is actually crucial for you with all the pressure coming up. How do you handle those pressures and expectations with those people? You know, just every day you get a week in and week out, you need to be on top of your game.
I think you know, for me it's just keeping it simple. You know, I think everyone will talk. Everyone has their own opinion. You know, but you know yourself, you know what you need to work on, you know what you need to do to be able to stay on top of your game. So, like I said, setting those goals and pushing those limits, pushing yourself towards those limits is the number one goal. So if you're going to go out and listen to what people say and everyone, then, you know, you won't be able to achieve what you've said to yourself.
That's so true, because sometimes when it's going well, It's
Yeah.
lekker to listen to everyone. You understand, Fassi?
Yeah.
And although, like sometimes when you're going through a dip, your body and your mind still to do the same thing. Then
Yeah.
it also listens to all the negative.
Yes.
So it's a very good point the young man is making. Okay, partner.
100%.
For you as a coach.
Yeah.
For you as a coach.
Luister,
consultation.
Yeah, coach is in the building.
Fassi, but I want to really, and I want to talk about you here. And I know for a player that is still playing, it's not always lekker to talk about.
Yeah.
But I mean, me and Juan, we constantly talk about your form and how tremendous you've played this year. Are you a player that you get players who are very lucky?
Yeah.
They don't have to, I don't want to say they don't have to train hard, but everything comes naturally to them Saturdays. What type of player are you? Are you a guy who are very meticulous during the week? I need to watch X amount of videos. This is the amount of kicks I'm doing. This is the amount of sprints I have to do. I have to sleep. I've got my, I have to put my sock on this way.
Yeah.
What type of player are you?
I think really, you know, like when I started, like here at the Sharks, I was just, you know, I was like, nah, I'll train and then watch a few clips that the coaches show us and then just go out and play and, you know, and then hopefully Saturday works out. But yeah, growing into the game, you know, you learn a lot of things. So for me, it's like trying to stay consistent in what I do. So like I'll go out Monday, if I say, okay, I'll train my tackling, Monday and my breakdown, I'll do that. Then Tuesday I'll do whatever, like my kicking, my hard ball. And then if I train on Wednesday, here we train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then at the box is Monday to Wednesday. So, and then on my last day, I'll train whatever, like probably sidestepping with a bit of like tackling and just to involve the whole game. And then obviously go home, you know, analyze like what the team does, you know, because as a fullback, you need to know when to close, when, what, like.
It's a lot of
there's a lot.
things to cover,
I just analyze a lot and then yeah, hopefully Saturday when the picture comes, I see it before everyone else and before they do it, yeah.
But talking about the picture, at the moment I watched you and I had a great spot at the Mbombela Stadium. Your mind looks clear, boyki.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there's a lot of clutter. It looks like you're playing with a free mindset and a free mind that you're not doubting your ability. You're not doubting what your eyes are giving you. Is that, am I spot on?
And a lot of people are looking at him like it's all magic and all zway. But it's changed a lot in terms of his basics as well. The bread and butter stuff when it comes to 15.
Yeah, 100%. I think credit to, like, I would say credit to the coaches because, you know, the confidence that they give you during the week and the players, you know, it speaks volumes. So when you go out there, you're free, man. You know what? You're not worried about making mistakes and everything, you know. So, yeah, we work a lot with, like Vili, Andre, like Lucanio, my pimps. The way that they understand the game and the way that they bring it towards, like me, Sasha, the youngsters, you know, it just, when you go out there, it's just like, nah, go out and play, you know. So it's nice, yeah.
And let's talk about this season as well. I mean, you had an incredible season coming through the Rugby Championship.
Yeah.
How was it for you? You know, playing with these senior players. Obviously, you've played a couple of games. You played 3 games in a couple of years ago, and in a 2-year break before you get another opportunity. How was it for you in the camp? How did you feel about it? Did you feel free as well when you made the change when you come to the Shark and when you come to the Springboks?
Yeah, I felt free. You know, I was surprised, you know, when, like I said, got invited into the group chat and I was like, yes, you know, and waiting for my tickets. And yeah, when I got there, excited, you know, like I said, setting goals. I never thought that I'll play 6 games out of the 10 that has been played, you know, but I think the group itself, you know, like looking at Eben, Peter Steph, hardworking guys. So, you know, you want to be at that pinnacle level where they are. And yeah, they drive you. I think the coaching staff is very, very like determined to make the best out of you as a player. So when that opportunity came to me, I was like, I want to take it with both hands.
And do you appreciate it more this time around?
Yeah.
Especially after your initial first 3 test matches, then you had a break out of the Springbok mix. Do you appreciate it now more than you won't take it for granted? Yeah,
I think I do. I definitely do appreciate it more now. I think back then, you know, like I was, how old? Like 21 years old. You know, you think the light is there, your joy, everything comes easy, you know, and, you know, to be sent back home and, not play for 2 years at the Springboks. You know, you want to be there. You want to be with guys that push you to the limit. You know, so I think for me, when I was sent back, I was like, okay, you know, you get bummed, but it's a reality check for yourself. If you want to be there, you gotta do anything to be there.
And what did you tell yourself? What challenges and what did you work on? Was it something maybe on the field, off the field that you kind of fixed just to make sure that you're on your A game?
I think it was pretty simple for me. You know, I think for me it was all about my mindset. I think my mindset at that time when I got dropped was disappointed. You know, you feel, I don't know how to put it, but like you feel like you should be there, and then when you get dropped, it's like, oh, okay. Then I think one of the coaches here, Joey Mangalo, helped me a lot with like just my mindset in terms of you can do mistakes, but it's about how you react when you've made that mistake, you know. And in rugby, margins are small, so you can't keep on repeating the same mistake all the time. And I think, it was just my mindset, just to change and say, be positive every time. Like you make a mistake, you be positive, and it was good. Yeah,
control the controllables. Yeah,
I like that, and especially obviously Joey is a phenomenal human being. He's a brilliant person, and obviously a fantastic coach. So it's great. You got some fantastic mentors.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
The Shark is a loaded partner. He's talking about the Etzebes. He's talking about the Siakulisis. Let's quickly talk about the Sharks. Your life at the Sharks. Why the Sharks in the first place? Let me ask you this question. When you played Kremenwyk, why did you choose to come to the Sharkies, meneer?
En not the Stormers.
Or the Bulls.
The beaches. We got beaches too, eh?
There's no beaches there, yeah.
Okay.
I think in 2016, we played a festival, Kearney Festival here in Durban. And then one of those, I think, Jacques Portes, if you guys remember him. Yeah, he was a scout here for the academy here at the Sharks. And then he spoke to me and said, nah, we want you to join the academy and everything. So at that time, I knew nothing about contracts and how the outside world operates. And then luckily, my older brother knows Terra, schooled with Terra. So when that opportunity came, I said to him, I told my brother that if you can have a word with Terra, and Terra was like, bro, honestly speaking, if you're not going to get paid, don't come. And then I started speaking, and then I got the contract in 2016. And then my final year, I came down here for when it's like orientation week. And then I was like, nah, that's the first one. And that was the only offer that I got.
Really?
From
Craven Week to now, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go where someone loves you.
I hope they fired the guys at the Bulls.
Seatbelt, man. And was it always rugby? Was it other sports as well? I mean, you look like a skillful player.
He looks like a bowler. He looks like a bowler.
I'm an all-rounder.
All-rounder.
Yeah,
not a swimmer. He looks like a swimmer too.
No. I'm not a big swimmer, yeah. But I used to play cricket. I used to play hockey.
Hockey? Lower back issues,
No. Link. Yeah, I used to play link. And then in primary, I used to play soccer. Yeah, my family plays a lot of sport. Yeah,
a lot of sport, yeah.
Boxing. My brother, hockey, cricket. Brother, rugby. My sisters, netball. So, big sporting family.
The
yeah.
Fassis, huh? They can play ball, huh?
Fassis are fast.
They're fast.
And I want to talk in your pace. Now you're just saying your whole family.
He's quick, yeah.
Is all of the Fassis quick? Most of them?
Yeah, most of them.
Did Dad give it to you? Did Mom give it to you? Who gave the pace to you?
I would say my brother. Because my dad was not he used to play soccer, but he wasn't the quickest guy. Yeah, so I would say my brother. But so weirdly that when in high school I wasn't pacey or because I don't even call myself pacey now.
No.
But
He's a pace, huh?
Yeah,
We've seen a couple of
there's space there.
As those Usain Bolt steps, eh?
It's a very much like an ostrich stride, but it moves. It's lengthy, okay?
But I got when I came here, we trained speed work a lot. So I think that's how everything
Evolves,
started to
yeah.
evolve. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I've
invest a
always,
bit in
a
speed.
lot of the games that I watched of him, he catches a lot of boys from behind, and that's why I'm saying
Yeah, I saw,
he's
yeah.
underselling his space.
yeah.
He's definitely
He's catching
being
wingers,
humble
huh?
crumble here,
Yeah.
Ruckers. There's a lot of space, and that's why the one clip I saw the other day as well, where we catch
Kanan.
caught. Sorry guys, Kanan in Apiwe Tayanti.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so that's the quick.
And the try scored in Australia. Is it Callaway? 1-2. Pimpin is the 1-2.
Callaway still stuck in the 22 meters.
Slippery slide.
Do you have a 100-meter time?
Nah, but my 40 is the last time I checked was like 4 something, like
4.4?
No, 4.6 or 4.7, somewhere there.
Okay, damn it. What was yours?
Hey, let's not go there. Okay. and positions as well. Obviously, we all know you can play 15 wing. Was there other positions as well? Was there a position maybe in like 9? Too tall for 9.
Actually, in high school, when I started,
Don't say it.
under 14, I played 9. For a season, like under 14, and then I moved to fly off. Then I think I fell in love with like 15 around about under 16, going to thirds to open rugby. Yeah.
Just because of the space coming from behind and the technical area of it.
Yeah, at that time, it's not technical or anything. I think it's just a joy of watching like players. I used to watch a lot of videos of Christian Cullen, Israel Dag, and the wingers, like wingers in South Africa, like your Odwa, So I used to watch that and be like, okay, one day, I want to play like fullback and unmastered, yeah.
And are those names you mentioned now, were those your heroes growing up?
Yeah, those are my heroes. I think heroes, but like I think the most guy that I watched like a lot and I enjoyed was Israel Dag. Like, yeah, because of just these
goosey.
Yeah, just the goosey.
And you used to chase coast with him, my partner. On the back, boom, on the outside.
A 1-2 step, yeah.
Did he eat you one or twice? Did he?
We'll see on YouTube. Huh?
Okay.
Fassi as well. Let's go way back. Let's take it way back a little bit to your background, where you come from. We obviously kind of idea of how rugby got into you. But where did you come from and where did you grow up and how did rugby actually started from deep roots?
The love for rugby, yeah.
I grew up in the Eastern Cape in a town called King Williamstown. Small town, I think. And then I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters. I think the love for the game started probably at a young age where I didn't even know that, it's coming along. Waking up at 11 o'clock and going to play touch rugby on the street, and then went to actually quite a small primary school called Central Primary School. They did have rugby, but it wasn't, like it wasn't your big primary school. And then since my brothers went to like Dale College and everything, so I just followed there. And then, I think the love started probably in grade 8 to grade 9. Wanting to play like rugby every time.
And what was rugby at Dale like? And obviously a big sporting school, but for you as a player at Dale, what was it like playing for such a prestigious school where the Springboks that came through, the Scarras, the Terras that came through the system? What was it like representing at school?
No, it was good. It was good. It's still good now, even saying I went to Dale College, I think, at that time, when I got there was a lot of, like you said, like Springboks guys that played rugby that you look up to. So attending Dale was a privilege and an honor, and I was happy to be there, and it was like brilliant school to attend.
And who made a massive impact in your not only rugby career but in your life as well in terms of
Yeah, I think there's quite a few. I might forget. I might not mention everyone, But I think my dad, my mom played a huge role in terms of everything. I don't only think like the rugby side. I think the education, the discipline, to be able to respect people. I think in the rugby side as well, I think my 2 brothers played an influence in terms of waking up watching Super Rugby back in the days, and then also my coaches at Dale College played a huge role. I think I just want to say, obviously, thank you to them as well for what they've done for me to be here as well. Yeah, and then obviously coming to the Sharks, I think since 2018, all the coaches that backed me, like Dick Muir, came to me 2018 and said, because I was skinny, still skinny now, but like and he said, I'll play you wing. And at that time, I didn't even know anything about wing, and just the way he backed me and what he saw in me was, I appreciate it.
That's powerful.
But we played, I wanna name drop this, Ruckers. We played, was it Super Sport Challenge?
Yeah.
He wanted to burn me on the outside. I want to tell
He got it right. Huh?
No, the old man got him. But the disrespect the young man showed me by taking me on the outside. I was like, wow, look at this young man.
It's rugby. It's rugby.
It's rugby. You got to be the best.
Yeah, it's rugby.
Especially when you see a small guy. You gotta
Hey, not short, not small. But what was it like for you? Because you were very young coming onto the scene. And then you and Sanele had that Super Rugby. Where you two were simply phenomenal. What was that period like? Was rugby just like, if you touch the ball, your body takes over?
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
I think like the coaches here, like Rob, at that time, Sean, I think, he just said to us that just go out there, play a rugby, you young, but obviously stick into the system. And I think like me and Sanele at that time and like other guys as well, we just wanted, I think the flow of the rugby that we wanted to play was just throw the ball around and then, pray that everything sticks. So I think, that's how we wanted to play, and that's how I also want to play, like be able to like see space and attack space at that moment. Yeah.
And did you regret COVID coming? Just you don't have to. Did you regret it because you guys were honestly they were on fire, partner? I know the Sunwolves were about to play the Sharkies and then COVID struck. But especially him and Sanele, they were
that season's
it was hot.
Yeah.
Coming in fast.
Chicken Licken Party 16, it was hot.
Nah, I do kind of regret it, but it is life, I think, COVID made us evolve and as a person and as a rugby player, to be able to not know what's going to happen and your SNC says you must train at home. It's kind of difficult, but you have to do it. Yeah.
Did you do it? Be honest. Did you do it?
Not every day. Not every day. But not every day. But
the work was done. Work was done.
When you hit those. So when in COVID there were lives, you used to exercise. So we used to do that.
I was making basketball videos in COVID. I cut out you get the Plescon paint stuff. I cut the bottom part, hang it up next to the thing. That's how bored I was in COVID. Okay, is there anything you did in COVID? Nothing.
Keep it easy. Keep it easy. Let's talk about the next couple of months. Actually, the whole 2024 that's left. What's happening for you? What's happening in your life now? Are you gonna play URC this season, next season? What's your focus at? Where's your focus at?
Yeah, I think my focus, it's tough when like you said earlier that you with the Springboks and everything. But for me, it's just like I said, to be able to like stay consistent in what I do. I think my focus is always about when I get the opportunity, I want to strike, I want to play, I want to make myself
proud. You don't look
proud.
too far ahead.
Yeah, I don't look too far ahead. Like I said, coming back now for 2 weeks here at the Sharks, it's all about helping the Sharks brand get to its pinnacle, its highest point, So coming here for these 2 weeks, it's all about taking what you've learned and being able to apply it here and bring it back here. So I think for me, it's just all about that.
And especially a lot of youngsters as well. You got Ethan Hooker and Renzo de Bois. On fire as well. But I mean, your experience that you've learned throughout, not only throughout this past couple of weeks, but those whole years is going to be massive for them as well in the season. Yeah,
100%. I think like you say now, I think for me, it's just not to be able to bombard everyone about what's happening at the top, but just to take those small things, the crucial things that you learn there and bring it here, and hopefully it does make a difference, and the youngsters take it in and they learn from it.
Partner, and I know back in the day when we played, when you go end of the year to it, it used to be such a big shock because we didn't play in the Northern Hemisphere. Then you were like, oh yes, we're going to play in rainy conditions. It's going to be cold. For you guys now that play URC, is it a little bit easier going end of the year to just knowing that we are used to the conditions? We've played in the winters, the UK winters before, especially as a fullback. It's a little bit different. The Ruck is a bit different at the back, playing in winter time in the UK.
Conditions,
are you a little bit more better equipped? That's the right word. Better equipped because of the URC, looking forward to the end of the year tour.
Yeah, I would say definitely. You know, like if you don't play there or you never played there before, you know, you'll never get that feeling. But I think what has helped with the URC is that we go there in Ireland, England, in Scotland, sorry. And it's raining. You know, you play. The weather's like 1 degree and everything, so it helps a lot. Like, you are fully equipped in a nutshell. So, yeah, it does help.
And what do you do at the back? I know I used to play with
one
of those hand warmers. But I was closer to the game because sometimes the game can
get lonely at the back.
Get lonely at the back. How do you stay warm in here?
Just I think playing with my fingers. I think when it's cold, playing with my fingers, playing with my fingers, because you hold the ball, so you don't want the ball to hit your fingers. Play with my fingers, and then just probably like running up and down, and I think just talking a lot, like with your wingers, and just and not focusing much on like the cold, because like after warm up, like your body is like ready to go, and I think it's just being able to stay in the moment. That's how I keep myself warm and like focused.
And are you a shouter? Because I have played with a few fullbacks who doesn't talk to you, they shout at you.
Yes, it's fun.
They forget their manners and they shout the whole time. Are you a shouter or are you a very quiet communicator?
I would say a bit of both. I think, you know, like when you say something and then like someone doesn't like fully understand or like they don't want to like take it in, and then you kind of shout. But like if like you say something and then they take it, then it's easier. I think I had a moment with my pimps at the Sharks, and so I was saying something to him, but he couldn't hear me, and then I ran up to him and then I shouted, and then at halftime he was like, because he was older, like at that time, and then where I come from, it's like because we closer, it's like, you know, like Khutman, and so I was like then he gave me that look that I was like, okay, hold back.
You didn't say shut up, man.
Shut up, give me that one. Nah.
And you as well, when you started as well, did you have a taste of Super Rugby? I can't remember. And how was that? So obviously, what do you prefer when it comes to conditions? Obviously, Super Rugby was sunny conditions, and this is a different vibe now. And if you look at you're a running type of fullback. What did you prefer, and what did you feel about the differences now?
Yeah, I think Super Rugby, nice and fast, and like weather-wise was quite good in New Zealand and Australia. We played in Singapore once, same conditions as Durban, humid. But yeah, like I think, like you said, I think I like dry conditions. Not too hot like in Pretoria or Joburg, but dry conditions. I don't mind that. But I guess as a rugby player, you have to like, you know, adapt and find ways, and like when you train as well, make the ball wet. Like when we train, we make the ball wet. Yeah, because it's humid, and that's how you're gonna play at a stage. So I think for me, it's just being able to adapt. Prepare well and adapt. Yeah.
And Aphelele Fassi, if I take rugby away from you right now, there's no rugby.
Yeah.
A hypothetical world. Aphelele Fassi is not a Springbok that is currently on fire. That is scoring tries left, right, and center up the stadium in Mpombela. What does Aphelele Fassi look like? Who are you as a human being? What do you do in your downtime? Are you a fisherman? Are you an accountant? Who is Aphelele Fassi?
Rudy, I'm chilled. You know, I think for me, I'm like a happy person. Like I like to I think I'm more like Juan, a better character.
Okay.
You know, funny. I like my downtown with my family. You know, what I do off the pitch, I try to like do anything like a normal person does. You know, I think I'm trying to start to learn golf now. So hopefully, I can
Well
It takes
done.
time.
get. Yeah, it
Ask
takes time.
me,
Yeah.
It takes time. It takes time. Yeah. So
You
like
know.
on an off day, that's kind of you just chilling,
I'm chilling,
relaxing.
Netflix
If the
and
guys
chill.
invite you for golf, you're just chilling at home and.
Not a
Yeah.
singer.
No, not at
Not a
all.
singer, okay.
I'm not
Chucked it
not
up.
even
A
there.
dancer. It has to be a dancer, huh?
Ah, I
You
can-
can't
I
call you a
can.
weekend special if you can't move. Huh?
Not really move, but you know, I've got a few moves
Is
up
it?
my streak. Yeah. Just a bit.
We'll speak to Trevor because Trevor must give him that school. Tutorials.
My brother waits until the camera is on him and then he throws that one in.
That unke. En moet
He
hulle
waits until
punch.
the camera's on him. I told him that I know you know.
Yeah,
No, he tells
does.
them. He tells them, come,
Come
3,
to
2, 1.
camera, then he does that thing with the arm.
Nah, he definitely knows.
knew it.
Yeah, he definitely knows.
Knew it. And the last one before we go, Fassi. Looking forward, your future. Is it 100 games for the Sharks? Is it 200 games for
He's
the
close
Sharks?
for 100, yeah.
What does the future for Aphelele Fassi look like?
I think really I just want to play rugby. I don't focus much on like achieving 100 games or thing for me. Like I think I just want to play rugby. I want to enjoy my rugby, you know. And yeah, like I think like it's a cliche answer or like everyone says it, you know, like you want to stay at the top level and play at the top level. So I think for me it's just being able to play my rugby, stay consistent, to be able to play at the highest level. Yeah.
And you like to challenge yourself as well. Do you see yourself maybe playing Premiership or Japanese League or top 14 just to test yourself in different ways someday
Yeah,
in the future?
Yeah, I think in the future, you know, maybe not Premiership because of the weather, but you know,
It's like that.
but yeah, definitely, you know, I think like as a rugby player, as a human, you need to evolve, see life
Challenge
differently,
yourself.
you know. So maybe in the future, yeah, definitely, maybe a Japanese or a French. I think they're up in there, yeah.
French fries.
French fries.
Bonjour.
You would know.
But I like his answer earlier partner where he said you can't look too far ahead.
Yeah.
I remember me and Courtney Skosan, we spoke the other day in the gym, Fassi, just randomly. He's like, yes, if end of 2017, the two of us were still in the Springbok mix, and we never thought that day that would be our last test.
Yeah.
You understand? And the realities of it sometimes, when you're in the mix, you
Yeah.
forget about it.
Yeah.
And then it takes you 5 to 6 years to realize, shit, but I shouldn't have taken it for granted. So his answer was sublime.
Spot on, yeah.
His helmet is screwed on the right way.
The right way.
His helmet is screwed on the right way.
He's a fussy man.
But I want you to, because there's going to be a lot of boys watching out there, and not everyone has got life. It's not like a tarmac at the airport where it's smooth.
Yeah.
If there's any message you can give them
For the youngsters,
that they
yeah.
can overcome their challenges, what you used with your challenges, just a small message about how you used your challenges to propel you to currently where we're sitting now and saying Aphelele Fassi is a phenomenal fullback and Springbok player.
Yeah, I think, I'll give two. I think the first one is never doubting your ability. You know, I think when you face those challenges, I think your mind kind of plays a game with you in terms of, you know, you start doubting yourself, you start doubting who you are. So I think for any youngster out there, you know, like never doubt your ability. You know your ability, so you can't doubt what you do. And I think the second one is to be able to talk about it. You know, Rudy. I think a lot of people, like men, they get into a shell where they don't talk about things that they struggle in terms of anything, rugby, life. So just finding someone, like I think for me it's my parents. So like being able to talk to my parents, finding someone that, you know, you trust, like in the rugby sense, that has been through the game, that has probably faced those challenges as well, similar challenges. So it's just being able to talk about it, get it off your chest, and just having a plan as well after that, because you can talk about it, but if you're not going to have an action after it, then, you know, it goes to waste. So talking about it and having a plan after, yeah.
The second point is powerful, because especially in our game as well, it's mental.
Yeah.
And we're playing so much rugby. If you guys are playing so much rugby, it's week in and week out, and you gotta have that pressure, perform under that pressure. And sometimes it's tough for us as players sometimes to handle that. And I mean, that's something, especially for youngsters, once they can you go learn about that quickly. It makes it easier for them in the career somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's, like you said, it's pressure week in, week out. So like to be able to keep yourself calm and like at times accountable of your actions or what you do, and then reverting back to, okay, this is what has happened and what has done. Okay, ticking those boxes. Okay, this week I'm focusing here, doing this and that. I think that's how you like basically like climb the ladder, like a bit, because I think nowadays people want to climb the ladder from one to top, you know, and they skip those steps, and then when the ladder or when they come down the ladder, they don't know what to do because of the steps that they've,
the journey.
the steps that they've skipped. So, you know, like rugby is I've learned now that rugby is it's not a like a smooth journey. So it goes like up and down, and then like at that time when it goes down, you must be able to say to yourself that, you know, or like you want to go back up. But once you're up, you remember how it was when you were at the bottom, you know, and you basically appreciate it, and you remember it and go forward. Yeah,
that's powerful, eh?
That's lovely.
And I'm pretty sure the youngsters will appreciate that. And Fassi, thank you very much for making the time, man. I mean, you still play the game, and I can learn a lot from you, even though I've played for a very long time as well. But thank you very much for the time, and all the best for the next couple of weeks coming up. Hopefully, we'll play a couple of games there coming from the back, the Sharkies. But yeah, all the best. I hope all your goals you'll achieve throughout the season as well that you want to achieve.
Yeah, man, just enjoy the end of the year tour. Obviously, we would be supporting Fassi Airways non-stop, okay? And if he gets a yellow card, we talk about it.
It's part of the recipe.
And I hope you guys win more trophies. You guys are 2 out of the 3 this year, the Sharks. So I feel weird saying that.
Bad,
now that I think about it.
They start slow. He talks about the journey. The Sharkies, they start slow and then they achieve everything.
But I hope there's many more success and many more Springbok caps. May there be many more Springbok caps for you. And honestly, all the best. And thank you for your time, and appreciate it.
Juan, really, thanks for having me here at Behind the Ruck, #1 rugby podcast.
Say it again, Fassi.
#1 rugby podcast. Thanks for having me, man. You guys are an inspiration to many people. You know, I think like the episodes that I've played here and the guys that have come here have, you know, shared a lot about their journeys and how like rugby is as a whole. So I think for youngsters and people listening there, it does mean a lot. And hopefully that people learn a lot from what is being shared here and everything.
No, appreciate it, man.
Love it.
You love it, eh?
I love it.
Hey guys, that's Aphelele Fassi.
It's takeoff time.
Ooh, legend. He came in Fassi. Hey, no, what an incredible story. I mean, this chapter and a half. I mean, the stuff that he went through is something that, I mean, the youngsters will take up, especially this last point. Looking after yourself, you know, sharing a couple of things.
Talking, sharing.
Opening up,
which is actually something I actually took in and something I have to apply in my life, actually, partner. I didn't think that's where the conversation would go to before, because I thought it's going to be but he was such a deep, well thought through young man and surprised me.
Exactly, I learned a lot as well, because I expecting...
Puzzles, well done, Wiki.
He's grown, eh? He's grown, he's a big man, and he's still a youngster.
But you can see he's matured. I'm going to be totally honest, partner. If you watch his rugby, he's matured. Having a discussion with him, you can see he's a very matured. He's not a young man anymore, but he's a matured, grown up. You can see you can pick it up in his conversation, his answers to our questions. You could see in his rugby game, his fundamental.
Fundamental for him.
Wow, English. You're not my friend sometimes, but I will conquer you.
Yes, man.
Sometimes when he goes up in the air and he catches his ball, now he's kicking,
100%.
using his second chance as a Springbok. Man, I'm really happy for him, and I like a good story, partner.
And they always, what do we always say? They pick you for your excellence and drop you for your basics, and his basics is absolutely fantastic. Eh?
See, you still listen to me. I like it. Thank you,
but it's like to catch up with him. But a lot of rugby, and he's also going to play a couple of rugby.
And Kings William Town, the Fassi. We share this episode like a gossip story. Uncle, auntie, brothers, sisters, we put it on all our WhatsApp stories, okay? We make sure that everybody like, share, and subscribe, okay? We need to make sure that everybody knows Fassi's story. You guys are with me? So we all have some work to do. Come on.
But let's get to the results. A lot of rugby going on. Let's get to first game was Benetton 38-10 Sharks, Edinburgh 38-7 Stormers, Ospreys 19, Bulls 29. You would like that one. And the time of recording this, Dragons and Lions are obviously playing on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And obviously we'll see the score on the sheet as well. What? All in a bubble. You want to get to your boys. The Bulls look good, even though they struggled a little bit in terms of getting a red card first. And that red card is about debatable as well. And then the yellow card. But the OGs, the boys, it's like a red wine, the Vanilla Roos. And those
Iniesta, edit again.
Edit again.
And you know what the weird is? He hasn't had a lot of game time with the box, and he walks in like nothing has happened. He's back. He's like plug and play. It's like a PlayStation. You put it in and you use the remote control and everything works. Vanilla Roos, simply phenomenal for my Blue Bulls team. Yeah. Cameron Hannekom coming off the bench, 13-man Bulls team. He takes 2 turnovers the last 20 minutes. 2 crucial turnovers. I love my Blue Bulls team at the moment.
You got options for days, and options is good.
But you know what I like about our team, in all honesty, Ruckus, is I think we do have an identity in the way that we play. We get the ball to our dangerous playmakers. We get the ball to Kirtley. We get the ball to Kane and to Willie. Willie slots in nicely all the time as a first receiver playing a fly-off. Take the ball flat. His option taking is phenomenal. And then we have our scrum in Volkulo, who's absolutely dominant. So we have a nice blend. We're looking really good. We're still unbeaten, so I'm extremely happy about it. The cards almost cost us. The cards.
Yeah, because you came in hot. It was like...
it was 24-0. And then we got our first card, and then David Creel, unfortunately, with a leading elbow.
What do you think? For me, it was a bit harsh. I would, from a referee's point of view, a yellow maybe at least.
I would say...
Because it's tough, because you need to... That's the reaction. Once you carry and you see guys in front of you, you want to lead.
But the referees would say he led with his elbow away from his body.
Oh, okay.
So the elbow wasn't tucked when he carried.
Oh, okay.
So the elbow was away from his body, and that's why it can lead to dangerous play.
That makes sense.
But hopefully, it won't be banned for long.
Yeah, because he's a crucial part.
He's an amazing part, and
and that combination kind of works nicely.
Yes.
Kane and Moody looks nice at number 13.
I like it.
At first, I thought like. He's more comfortable on the wing, even though he wants to play number 13.
You're comfortable where you play a lot.
Yeah, you build confidence like that, né?
So the longer you'll play at 13, the more comfortable you will get. And imagine we can have that threat with space speed. He'll still grow into his grown-up body. Do you know how scary that is, partner?
Yeah.
That he's not fully grown yet. He's still an extremely young man.
He's a tall bloke.
He's a tall bloke of the barrel, the stupor.
It's a good laddie.
So it means danger signs for the Stormers for years to come.
Danger signs for the URC as well. The signs at loose forward for you guys. You've got so much options. You've got Elrich Low that played number 8. And last week he was number 7. You know Cameron Hannekom. He moet kom. But all the other boys as well. Eskom, you got Nizamkar, you got Gumeri. Where are you guys at? Who's playing where? Or is it just
we got
balance?
Namakaba. That came from the Stormers.
Yes.
You forgot.
Yeah.
So look, Jake has got depth. He can obviously, he's built a squad. So once he loses the Springboks, once he loses Elrich Low, that obviously go to the end of the year tour soon. I'm assuming Cameron Hannekom might sneak in there. I don't know anything, Ruckus, but I'm hopeful for the young man because he is honestly... Believe. Okay. Cameron Hannekom, ons glo in jou, and you will be there.
Yeah,
okay, with Rassie.
Yeah.
So he's built enough depth in the squad. So once he loses the Springbok players, that we can still function as a team and win rugby games. So, but it's not always lekker. I don't know if you've been in that situation where there's a lot of players in the pecking order.
And you got to wait for.
And you got to wait.
You can't build momentum.
And you're not playing. You get bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah.
So for the players who are
consistency
who are behind in the pecking order, it's not lekker for them. And you got to feel for them. Like a Gumede who's honestly phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's sublime, but not getting enough bites of the apple to grow and to become better. He has to wait for bits and pieces. So I feel for him. I feel for Nemo. But maybe Nemo takes a little bit of a break. He's played a lot of rugby.
Yes. The whole
full URC, full Curry Cup as captain. So maybe now it's a bit of a break for Nemo and we'll see him coming December, coming back into the team. But really impressed with the Bulls' performance and we're looking good so far.
Sharks and Stormers? Should we
bypass? No talk about your team? What's your thoughts? What's happening?
Oh, what a game that was. I mean, that was one game I probably thought we can get over the Edinburgh team because they're coming back from South Africa, playing 2 games here and got hurt actually in South Africa. But the team at the moment, we're struggling in terms of combinations, it feels to me. It feels to me like we're still unsure who's the guys that's doing it for us at hooker, who's the guys that's going to do it for us at number 9. We're missing Mani Lebok as well. We want to see Joseph Dweba maybe getting his opportunity. Just a bit of senior players around. It was good to see Warwick Galant coming back and he did his magic again. But hopefully they can put the toe behind us. You don't want the same situation like last year when we lost 4 in a row. But yeah, the next 2 games here is going to be tough against Munster and Ospreys.
Look, Ruckus, it's by no stretch of the imagination alarm bells for the Stormers or the Sharks. It was just 2 bad losses. We take it for what it is. The boys are coming back home and we put it to bed. But both teams not putting up really good performances.
Yeah.
And for them as the players, they will probably hurt more than anyone else. The supporters base, the fan base, those players will hurt way more and they would want to bounce back immediately.
100%. Yeah.
Immediately.
And it's always tough on tour. And I mean, they got a victory here and there, and they got a bonus point here and there. And hopefully that's enough for them just to get the ball rolling, especially when the Springboks come back, if they're going to play as well.
Exactly.
So we'll see that, yeah. So URC exciting times, but let's get to the fixtures. Let's get to the fixtures. We got the Scarlets versus the Bulls at Friday night. Friday night.
Nice. Love it.
20:35, Zebra versus Lions on Saturday. 30 minutes past 1, Sharks versus Glasgow. 3:45, Stormers versus Munster at 6 o'clock on Saturday. That's going to be a big
Look,
one.
the Lions, I'm going to name it. The Lions has got a fantastic opening tour. Dragons, first of all, we don't know at the moment what are they doing. They're currently playing while we're recording this episode. But then they got Zebra. So they can build up so much steam.
Yeah. 9 to 10 lock points just to get going. And I mean, the way they're playing and the players they do have, it is possible.
It's extremely possible.
Yeah.
And then, unlike last year where they had a slow start, this time they're coming out of the blocks. And obviously, Kes saying they want to end top 4 this year. Look, things are looking really bright for that young Lions team.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what they get up to this year in the competition.
Yeah, I'm excited as well.
But the Sharks and the Stormers, 2 tough games at home.
Yeah, tough games, yeah. Glasgow and Munster, it's 2 tough games, especially Munster that lost against Leinster a week ago in their derby. But the Stormers need to pull that one through, just to make sure that we keep going, because we're not sitting pretty at the bottom of the log. And once you fight in the middle of the season, it always gets tough.
And Munster's had your numbers the past few years at the DSL Stadium, but I don't see them coming over and beating the Stormers. Not after the performance the Stormers put up against Edinburgh. It's too proud of a franchise to come back to Cape Town and lose against the Munster team. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Stormers bounce back and bounce back quickly. Yankees will be back for them up for selection. That will be good from an experience point. Massive impact. I don't know if Mani will be ready, because that for me is the guy for the Stormers.
100%, yeah.
When Mani Lebok play for the Stormers team, Stormers rugby wins. Okay, so find comfort in that Stormers fans. If Mani Lebok is back, you guys can sit back, put on your seatbelt, and have yourself a lovely game against Munster this week. Okay.
Yeah, but and the Sharks as well, they want to bounce back as well. Hopefully some of the boys, the Fassis and the stuff, will play and also get their ball rolling, because it's important now before the end of year tour. You need to get momentum before the end of year tour if you lose all those players.
I'm assuming now the Sharks are slow starters. That's just what I'm going to do. They were slow starters in the Currie Cup.
In the Challenge Cup, in the Currie Cup.
Currie Cup. They're slow starters. So I'm just going to assume they're slow starters and they will eventually take the trophy. But I foresee this week, the Earburns, the Fassis, the Vincent Kochs, the Bongi Madambis coming back, maybe playing off the bench just to get game time. They don't really need game time, but staying sharp for the end of the year tour.
Sometimes a break does get to you. You don't want that rustiness, especially when it comes to
I assume that Plum is going to load this team this week with incumbent Springboks back up for selection, taking control, making sure that they get the W against Glasgow and Franco Smith.
They got to be sharp this weekend. Yeah, episode 66.
Done and dusted, okay?
Yeah, it was so lekker. It went so fast.
We got to get back on the plane. We got families. We got to get back to Cape Town. It's life after podcast, okay? Ruckers, but the guys who make this possible for life to happen at Behind the Ruck, we are proudly supported by SuperSport Bet. And one of our oncoming partners and sponsors on the show, Ticket Pro, for all your ticket needs. Those are the guys who really support us and make all of this possible. And I want, with utmost gratitude, I want you guys to support them as they've been supporting us. And guys, honestly, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed and you haven't shared the show, please do the right thing and help us grow our channel. Without support, we are nothing. Nothing.
Support is everything. And the
Absolutely.
Ruckers, they know the deal. They know the deal.
Exactly. Fassi on the show, guys. This has been absolutely amazing. Partner, huh?
Yeah,
Incumbent
incredible.
Springbok fullback on Behind the Ruck.
And it's incredible.
A big
form.
deal. Sorry.
Sorry. Let's end the show on that note. Hey guys, I'm Juan de Jong.
I'm Rudy Page.
And the Ruck is clear.
See you guys next week.